What's going on, Android fans? It is Eric for Mobile here, back with another ROM review. And today I wanted to do a ROM review on a Cyanogen Mod ROM, but as you can see from the title, this is really awesome because official Cyanogen Mod has finally come to the LG G3. I'm not positive if it's available for all the variants of the G3 yet. It is for Verizon and a couple of the other US carriers. It's available for the international G3 just yesterday, I believe. It's been available for the Verizon version, which is what I have, for 3 or 4 days now. I'm running a build from the 8th. So it's official Cyanogen Mod. They're doing nightly releases, and then once a month they do a monthly stable release. And you may be wondering what the big deal is with official Cyanogen Mod being available, since there's already so many Lollipop ROMs available for the G3. And there's actually a few beneficial things to do with having official. So right now, a lot of ROMs are based off of Cyanogen Mod, where they take Cyanogen Mod's information and everything they've built for Lollipop, and they add their own stuff on top of it and give it its own name, and then release it under their own name and say it's based on Cyanogen Mod. This is all fine and it works good, and as you can see from a lot of the ROMs I've reviewed, that the ROMs work perfectly well. The only issue that you're going to run into is you're not going to get updates as fast. So when there is something wrong with a ROM, like if you are using your phone and you find a little bug or whatever, you're going to have to wait for that developer to release an update to their ROM. And unless they've labeled their ROM as getting nightly updates, then you may have to wait sometimes more than a week for fixes to come out. Official Cyanogen Mod, like I said, these are nightly builds. So for instance, I've noticed in the build that I have, every now and then when I'm playing Pandora, it'll start a song and then the song will end and it won't go on to the next song. I still have perfectly good data connection, but sometimes it won't go on to the next song. So where nightly builds are nice is, they could recognize that, and in the next build they fix that, and a day later you have working Pandora. Now that's just an example. I don't know if it's a universal problem with the build I'm using. It's just an example I'm using. So that's probably the biggest, the biggest upside to having nightly builds. You're going to get the updates directly from Cyanogen Mod themselves, and you're going to get them every day. Now, it's on a rare occasion they'll skip a day, so you may have to wait 2 days before you get your next update, but so far they've sent one out every single evening. There's been a new update. This is the latest version of Lollipop that Cyanogen Mod is building off of. So if you come down to About Phone, it is Cyanogen Mod, it's Lollipop version 5.0.2, which is the latest version of Lollipop. So there you go. You're going to be on the bleeding edge. The other upside is, as soon as Cyanogen Mod builds a new feature into their ROMs, whether they've added something brand new or whatever, you're going to get that immediately. You're not going to have to wait for it to come out on a ROM that's based off Cyanogen Mod. You're going to get it in the nightly build as soon as it's available. Now, really one of the only downsides to using the nightlies, if you download and install a brand new nightly every single day, is, say for instance, if Cyanogen Mod implements something and it does break the phone, or maybe not necessarily the phone in general, but if it breaks a feature, if all of a sudden the GPS isn't working, I mean, those are possibilities. When you're constantly on the bleeding edge of updates, sometimes things will get borked or not work properly. So you just got to be aware of that. You may install an update and music streaming may stop working, or Bluetooth may stop working. You're going to have to wait for a day for that to be fixed and updated by Cyanogen Mod, or longer if it's a bigger bug. So, upside, you're always up to date. Things will get fixed fast. On the downside, you may be one of the first people to try out the new nightly, and you may have something break and have to wait for it to be fixed. So there's an up and downside to both of it. But I've been running this ROM all day. Actually since yesterday. It's fast, it's smooth, it's obviously Lollipop, so everything works great. Battery life's been awesome. I've had this unplugged since noon, and I'm at 96%, so 3 hours of usage. I streamed some Pandora, I've sent some text messages, a couple phone calls, checked my Twitter. So the battery life's holding out really well. Stability's been awesome. I haven't had any crashes in a full day and a half's worth of use. It seems real stable. It's obviously snappy, like I said, as Lollipop is. It's just a great ROM, and I definitely recommend picking it up. If you're like me and you like to have the newest thing at all times, definitely try out the nightlies, because like I said, you can flash and install a new updated build every single day. And the nice part with that is you can do what's called dirty flashing. So if you say, like right now I'm running the build from January 8th. If I wanted to update it to today's build for the 10th, you don't have to wipe your system and storage and everything and completely start over. When you boot into your recovery, you can just wipe your cache and your Dalvik cache. It's called a dirty install or a dirty wipe. Just wipe your cache and your Dalvik cache, install the ROM, and then when you reboot back up into your phone, everything will be the same as it is now. It'll just have that thing where it says Android is updating and it's starting all your like 100 and whatever apps. But that's the nice thing, is you don't have to do a full wipe every time you install a new nightly. So it's a lot more convenient. You don't have to mess with having 100 backups on your phone. You know, it's just a lot faster process. So that's pretty much it for Cyanogen Mod official, guys. There's upsides and downsides, like I said, but mostly for me, in my case, I'd prefer running this over a ROM that had more features, but was updated slower, so you had those bugs for a lot longer time. But you know, if you like more features, like some of the past ROMs I have reviewed, then you're gonna want to check those out instead, because Cyanogen Mod right now is still pretty bare bones. It's close to stock Android still. There are some options for the status bar controls where you have the one swipe for the drop down menu. I have it disabled, but one swipe will show your notifications, two will bring down your quick settings. They can do it so one swipe will bring down your quick settings. You can show your weather in the status bar, change your battery icon, add the percentage next to it. But other than that stuff, it's still pretty much near stock Android. So if you're looking for something with more features, try one of the other Lollipop ROMs. If you always want to stay on the bleeding edge of Android, definitely check out Cyanogen Mod official. But guys, that's it for this video. I'm appreciating you guys checking out my vids on here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It really, you know, it helps out, and I really appreciate you guys checking out these videos. But that's it. We'll see you guys on the next one.